Tonight I want to talk about this fight I had with the devil, y'all. I had a fight with the devil, but I won. Okay, so first off, it's gonna be good. I just had to say that. But no, I had a fight with the devil. Now, to me, just for people who are curious, to me, the devil, my definition of the devil is shadow parts of my personality that I have not fully integrated, that I have not fully accepted, and that I have not fully shadow parts of my personality and ego identity that are still subconsciously dominating my behaviors, worldview, self-perception, and some of my internal voices. The internal voice that I might have as a reaction to something I might be going through. So that's what the devil is to me. It's a perception, it's a perspective, a worldview, self-identity, on the shadow side of my ego identity that have been ways of believing or seeing the world, or perspective or perceptions that for the most part I've been programmed and conditioned to think this way, or believe this way, or see things this way, or feel this way, or have these type of thoughts. They're programs and conditions that I've picked up along the way, or it's just my shadow way that I might respond or react to something that I'm going through, or that may be happening in the moment, that is not the most mature, healthiest, optimistic, evolved, enlightened way of looking at the situation. Instead, it's a more pessimistic, powerlessness, woe is me type of way of looking at the situation. So that's what the devil is to me. And it's all, to me, it pretty much it pretty much boiled down to the way you think. And so let me tell y'all my experience with the devil this evening. Okay, so I slept in a little bit with me and my dog, and then I decided to get up, walk him, and then I was going to run out to the car and do some later in the evening errands. So when I went down to the underground, now I got a 2019 Chevy Blazer. And when I went down to the underground, first thing when I got in the car, it said remote not detected. So I'm like, oh Lord, what the heck is this about? What is this about? Remote not detected. So I figured that out. I was able to Google it and find out I had to put the car remote in the center console, the cup holder part, so I can, I guess, like reboot it or something, so it can talk to the car and start. But that's not the first time it said that, but you know, it happens on and off, so no big deal. I figured it out and I remember it, so I did that. So then I go and hit the push start, and it's like battery's low. So I'm like, what? So the engine not even starting. The car not turning on, period. So then after sitting there trying to troubleshoot on my own, I thought it might have had something to do with maybe the remote. You know, maybe I didn't have it in the right cup holder for it to do what it needed to do to talk to the battery of the car or the computer programming of the car. So I'm like, well, you know, I got two key remotes for the car. So I put the other one there in the cup holder. So I'm like, let me try this. Let me see. So the battery, the engine still didn't cut on, and it had the little symbol on the dashboard that looked like engine. So I'm like, oh Lord, my battery drained. So here I was about to get frustrated, like, oh Lord, I had a few things I wanted to run and do. And I didn't mention it's a snowstorm going on. I'm in Wisconsin. The area where I'm at in Wisconsin is currently a snowstorm going on. So I'm like, let me run and make these quick little later evening errands right quick before the snow get real bad. But it was coming down. But either way, I'm like, I got a few things I need to go grab. Some tissue. I need to go grab that. For whatever reason, I wanted like something sweet from the gas station, which wasn't a priority, but in my head at the time it was. So here I am getting frustrated, like, what's wrong with this car? So I keep trying to start the car, keep trying to reprogram the remote, the keyless entry, the key fob thing for the car, putting it in the cup holder, trying to do all this. So then I'm like, well, let me call OnStar and get roadside assistance, Lord. So would y'all believe I called OnStar? I had to call him 2 different times because both times the call, after waiting and waiting and them trying to connect me to a roadside tow person who can come and do give me a jump on the battery, call dropped twice. So, and this is like over like a 30-40 minute time window. So I was like, okay, I'm done. I was like, forget it. I just remembered like, well, if I run out of tissue, forget it. I think I got some napkins in the inner console of the car, so I'm gonna grab them just in case, and just go upstairs because I was just tired. I was tired of waiting at that time, and I didn't know what was going on. And what's so funny is both of the roadside people, the OnStar people, was like, if the line disconnect, we'll call you back. I promise. So I'm like, well, maybe they see it's a bad snowstorm and it's supposed to get worse. So maybe they just, whoever they was contacting was just not trying to be out in these streets. So I said, well, maybe that's a warning for me. So I came upstairs to in the apartment, frustrated, but then tried to spin it on his head because I'm like, the devil ain't winning. I'm winning against the devil today. Now, usually, a less evolved, immature way of my thinking, and this was just in the recent past, something like that would have went on, I would have been pissed. I might have knocked on try to find a neighbor door to knock on to see if they got somewhere to give me a jump. I don't know. I probably would act a stranger. Who knows what I probably would have did. But honestly, I'm proud of myself. I won against the devil because I came up here and I said, you know what? I'm not going to let what I'm experiencing right now. I'm going to figure out a way to spin this on his head, reflect on what just happened to me, and take my power back. Like, no, the devil will not take my power and win over me having a good, peaceful, joyful, content rest of the evening in my apartment. Like, no, the devil ain't winning. So let me tell y'all, literally, that's why I know life is good. It be testing you. So this is a test. So I came upstairs. I made me something to eat, some broccoli and some other stuff. I was like, okay, well, I'm here. Let me go and make me a home cooked meal and try to make something healthy. Then I cooked something for my dog right quick. I was able to knock out some laundry and stuff, and folded and put away some stuff that I was supposed to have been did that, but you know, me being stuck here at the house allowed me to do some stuff that I've been needing to do. So that was good. And then fast forward. So, I was able to sit down and say, I'm going to journal. I said, look, I'm doing what I can to change my vibration, my energy, my mindset, and just look at things from a more optimistic way. But it was working, but it wasn't quite working. You know, I was staying busy and distracted, but at the same time, in the back of my head, I'm still irritated. Like, why roadside? Where's roadside? You know, I'm still looking, and it's getting later and later. So I'm like, no, let me sit down. Let me sit at this table and get my journal. And I'm about to write 5 to 10 reasons why I have gratitude this evening. This is a test. I was like, this is a test. And I didn't turn on no TV. I didn't turn on nothing. I'm like, let me write down 5 to 10 reasons why I feel gratitude this evening. And let me just try to shift and try to shake this. Let me try to shake the devil. Let me win today. So that's what I did. I literally wrote down, I think it's 6 reasons why I was grateful this evening. And I'm going to share them with y'all, but it literally flipped that mind warfare, that spiritual warfare, that devil energy, them thoughts, them shadow thoughts that don't do you no justice. It flipped it on its head. So I was sitting here and I wrote it down. Okay, I was like, today I'm grateful because for my protection and my safety and the blessing and staying inside tonight. Considering it was a snowstorm, that was number 1. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for being able to prep and cook and eat a home cooked clean meal this evening, since I wasn't ripping and running running errands this evening. So I'm grateful I had a chance to do that. Form of self-love that I would have not did otherwise if I would have left the house. That was number 2. I said I'm grateful that I didn't get stuck out in the snowstorm. That was my 3rd reason for gratitude. So it's lifting my mood as I'm reflecting. And then I put number 4, I'm grateful for my true understanding that rejection is really God's protection. So the reason I wrote that one was because I was like, rejection is God's protection. Well, the OnStar roadside assistance rejected me twice. The call dropped twice. The connection didn't work. So that meant them coming out to give me a jump or whatever. It was rejected twice. Evidently, the call dropped even after waiting. They never came. And it's after midnight now. So I thought rejection is God's protection. And the reason I feel that way, and I thought that was something important to write down, which was my 4th reason, was because, truthfully, if the roadside assist OnStar roadside would have came and gave me a jump, my car would have started and I would have left. It might have been 10:30, 11 at night by then. But if they would have came and started my car and got that battery going, I would have left and ran some little silly errands that could have waited, and ran the risk of me having battery issues again while I'm running out to the grocery store or whatever, going to get in this tissue and whatever else that I thought had to happen tonight. And it would have been a chance that I would have had, the car would have stalled and I would have been stuck out on the road somewhere, somewhere in town, running around, and may not have had to been blessed to get roadside to come and help me. So I said, I'm grateful, because rejection is God's protection. It didn't come and do the battery and give me the jump. That meant I didn't leave the house. That meant I didn't get stuck out in the storm with a battery going dead again, stranded, not having nobody to call. And the rejection of all that, it just let me stay in the house, So the whole ordeal that went down with the car, this all happened while it was just, at least I'm in the protection and comfort of my home. I'm someplace safe. And then my fifth reason was I'm grateful for the extra quality time that I had this evening to spend with Murdoch, and being able to cook him a snack, cook him some some ground chicken. I think I cooked him to go along with his dry food, just as a little treat. And I said, I'm grateful for this evening and having that spare time actually to do that, because I know now more than ever, okay, I just lost 3 people that meant a lot to me. So of course I know my dog ain't gonna last forever. He ain't gonna live forever. This was actually a blessing in disguise, an opportunity to spend some extra time with him and cook him something right along with me. And that was nice. Spent it on his head, and devil keep losing. The battle is, I'm winning. He ain't getting me. So now, here we go. The number 6. I'm grateful for my health and my strength and the extra energy I have this evening. And I just threw that in there because it allowed me to be, rejuvenated and energized enough to cook for myself, cook a little bit for him, knock out some laundry, and want to just journal and reflect. I had the energy to be able to journal and do my little gratitude reflection and pull myself out of whatever pessimistic spiral I was about to go down. So to me, I consider that a win against the devil, because the devil just want to take your joy and your peace, and he do it by your mindset. And sometimes it be stuff. And I'm not sharing this because I'm rallying for like toxic positivity. No, that's not my purpose either. I'm just sharing with you a small victory that I feel I won against the devil today, or this evening, where I truly feel God can take what was meant for harm and turn it into good. And maybe the whole reason that happened to me this evening was because God be knowing, he be working behind the scenes. He knew this situation was going to frustrate me. He knew that I had the willpower this evening to spin it on his head, journal about it, and just share and document this and share this with y'all in case it might help somebody else. And so I said, tonight I got a victory. I don't care. I can figure out OnStar and all this junk tomorrow, but I'm safe and sound, healthy and well protected. And I'm recording this right now in hopes that it might help somebody, even if it's just one person. I won against the devil. And to me, the devil was my mind. And what helped me was writing some reasons for gratitude, honest to God. That was the test. So I just wanted to share this with y'all. And I think I'm going to make another video in the near future here, because this whole situation also brought to mind something else I want to talk about. And it's related to the devil and your destiny, the link that I was able to reflect on and introspect on. And I see the link that's there when it comes to that. So I want to make another video about that. Okay, so good night. Just remember, you guys, you're stronger than you think. You are worthy. You are enough. Don't believe them thoughts. And if them thoughts be too heavy, too dark, sit down and write some reasons for gratitude, because that's what I realize is beneficial for me. My mindset try to go south. I'm gonna write some reasons to have gratitude in this moment or for the day. Look at the situation like, gratitude. What is this trying to teach me? What's the lessons that I'm supposed to pull out of this? The nuggets of lessons I'm supposed to learn and gain, the wisdom and take with me. How can I see this from a higher perspective? And what else? What else is helpful? So gratitude, what I say, reasons to have gratitude regardless of what's going on. What is this trying to teach me? How can I learn from it and grow? Basically, those are the things that I'm going to try to look at and reflect on when my thoughts go south. And I just wanted to share that because it is helpful, and it might be a helpful tool for you to use as well. So, okay, good night. See y'all later. Guard your mind. Protect your mind. Okay, bye. Love ya.